Hello, NKZStryker Nathan here, and once again welcome back to my Unity Evolution Guide of Age of Empires 2. This time, we're looking at the Cavalry Archer Unit Evolution. Cavalry Archers, also known as a Horse Archer or a Mounted Archer, is, in essence, a man on a horse with a bow. This type of warfare has been seen by Eurasian nomads from the Mongols, Iranian and Turkic people, and then expanded to Eastern Europe, where Huns also practiced horse archery. Mounted archery was initially developed for hunting, as horses would bring the riders closer to their target, and the bow, a ranged weapon, can pick off the prey more easily. Since then, cavalry archers have been used in a number of battles, replacing the Bronze Age chariot as an Iron Age improved alternative. In real life, cavalry archers are actually skirmishers. They are capable of moving swiftly to evade close-quarter combat, and will ambush enemies from behind or by the flanks. Without missile weapons, the infantry will be completely useless after constant harassment. That said, this type of warfare does require vast areas of free space to run, maneuver and flee. In a more enclosed space, they can be more vulnerable. In Age of Empires 2, cavalry archers are described as fast with a ranged attack. They typically cost 40 wood and 70 gold in the archery range, making them a very expensive unit to produce. Of course, such a high cost does come with a whole arsenal of benefits. The cavalry archer and its imperial counterpart, the heavy cavalry archer, are among the most versatile and powerful units in the game, making them one of the most popular units in multiplayer matches. Cavalry archers are strong against most units, from virtually any kind of infantry to light cavalry to archers. They do have weaknesses, however, but their fast speed means that this can be easily avoided. For example, siege units are resistant to arrows, but mangonels are just far too slow. Heavy cavalry may be a possible threat, but with good micromanagement it can sometimes turn the tide. Perhaps the most dangerous unit would be the elite skirmisher, as its anti-archer bonuses will massacre any cavalry archer. These mounted archer units are available in the Castle Age. They have 50 HP, 6 attack and 4 range, and their speed is described as fast. Cavalry archers are very effective in the Castle Age. They are adept harassing units, so you can take them to your opponent's base and inflict damage on their economy with ease. There are few units that can destroy these units in this age. Massed knights against massed cavalry archers would be a very interesting matchup, as knights will kill cavalry archers quickly one-on-one in close combat. But in range, cavalry archers could get a slight advantage at first, and then they could all attack at once, unlike the knights, which do need to get in close, although they do have high attack and decent pierce armor. It appears that only the mighty skirmisher can single-handedly defeat this beast. So, when facing such a deadly foe, it is probably better to retreat. You really don't want to lose an expensive unit to a trash. Cavalry archers also have a slow rate of fire in comparison to the crossbowmen, and they also have a much longer drawing back of the bowstring animation, so you will need to wait for half a second before your cavalry archers actually shoot, making them vulnerable for that split second. Being a ranged horse archer, you would initially expect cavalry archers to have a unique benefit of having both the cavalry blacksmith upgrades and the archer upgrades applied to them. However, their upgrades are the same as the other normal archer units, so in the blacksmith, cavalry archers gain +1 attack and +1 range with bodkin arrow, and +1 armor and +1 pierce armor with leather archer armor. But despite this misconception, they do benefit from the stable upgrades Bloodlines and Husbandry, giving +20 hit points and +10 faster movement speed. With these two technologies, your cavalry archers will be beefed up, or should I say, horsed up, and dodging missiles will become much easier as well. Of course, being a ranged unit from the archery range, and a ranged unit in general, they are affected by thumb ring, granting 100% accuracy on an idle target, and ballistics improving the accuracy of targeting moving units. The cavalry archer can be upgraded to the heavy cavalry archer once the player reaches the Imperial Age. This is unavailable only to the Teutons and Vikings, and, of course, the two Mesoamerican civilizations, the Aztecs and the Mayans. The heavy cavalry archer has 60 HP, 7 attack, 4 range and 1 armor. With these increased attributes, you can unleash a fury of arrows on targets, and get away quickly before your opponent reacts to the situation. In the Imperial Age, there are, however, more units that are stronger and can overpower heavy cavalry archers, so it is advisable to protect them with perhaps halberdiers from overwhelming heavy cavalry, which could potentially be used against them. Nevertheless, they are still one of the best units to harass an opponent's base, as their superior speed means that a quick getaway is easy to do if needed. With all the post-Imperial upgrades such as bracer and ring archer armor, heavy cavalry archers would end up having a grand total of 80 HP, 11 attack, 7 range, 4 armor and 4 pierce armor. We can see just from the cavalry archers' history in warfare that the best civilization for creating and using these mounted archers are of course either the Mongols or the Huns. Mongol cavalry archers fire 20% faster than the normal rate, but Hunnic cavalry archers are 25% cheaper in the Castle Age, so they cost 53 gold and 30 wood, and then 30% cheaper in the Imperial Age, so they actually then cost 49 gold and 27 wood. Therefore, while it may be easier for Hun players to master cavalry archers, in the long run, Mongol cavalry archers will benefit more, although of course, they also have their unique unit, the Mangudai. But your performance with these cavalry archers will depend on your playing style. Aggressive play may be more favourable for the Mongol players, as a high firing rate means that they can lay more arrows on the target, and micromanagement will be easier to both control due to a potentially lower number of units, and additional shots will be quickly dispensed before too much damage is taken. Players playing as the Huns could play both defensively and offensively, as the cheaper cost could grant more cavalry archers than normal, and therefore there would be a higher number of cavalry archers for defensive use and offensive use. In conclusion, Mongols do beat Huns in 1v1 cavalry archer combat, but collectively it could all go completely differently. But which one is ultimately the superior cavalry archer, I hear you cry? My personal preference would be Hun cavalry archers. This would be due to their cheaper cost, and as Huns, houses won't be a problem at all. Few civs have the units or technologies to counter cavalry archers. An infantry civilization would definitely be a poor choice, but some archer or heavy cavalry civilizations may potentially have the upper hand. The Saracens do have Mamelukes, which can absolutely devastate heavy cavalry archers and pretty much any other cavalry that stands in its way. But in terms of the general counter with normal units, massed archers would prove to be very difficult to defeat. However, the awesome power of elite skirmishers will definitely be too much for them to deal with. Either the retreat or be slaughtered by the best anti-archer unit for its price. Cavalry archers are the ultimate raiding units and are difficult to repel with most units. Their range and superior speed means that they can attack from afar and simply withdraw if the situation becomes too hot to handle. With higher hit points than any other archer unit, they do have the advantage in terms of the amount of damage they are able to absorb. In the Castle Age, they can be the primary fighting force of your army, harassing villages and picking off stray military units as they ride by. Heavy cavalry archers are the more powerful derivative, offering enhanced performance against your opponent. In conclusion, cavalry archers are very adaptable and versatile units. They are very multi-purpose, serving many roles, be it defensive, offensive or scouting. While they may be hard to mass due to their expensive cost, it is still definitely worth investing in your economy to boost your wood and gold income. With constant raids and tactical retreats when necessary, your heavy cavalry archers will destroy infantry left, right and centre, because nothing can match this unit's horsepower. This has been NKZStryker Nathan, thank you very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be looking at the hand cannoneer.